Well, I'm really not certain how coherent this is going to be, but I want to show you this device here. This is the lock and cancel system that's used on a nickelodeon build-up. It was manufactured back in the 1980s, and it's been a real challenge trying to get this thing to operate correctly. This is the rewind valve, this is the play valve, and this valve right here is actually the one that controls whether or not the rewind bellow is in operation or not. When the rewind bellow is collapsed, the system is in rewind. The rewind bellow is collapsed, the system is in rewind, and right now it's in play. And when it first starts up, when the vacuum is first applied, the default setting is for play, so that the unit will go into play immediately upon having vacuum applied. So opening, and this right here is connected to this hose right here. This hose right here is connected to the cutout pouch on the vacuum pump. And I'll show you. I've got this set up right here. Got this set up to a cutout valve, and then I have a vacuum pump over here, and a cutout valve right there. And right now I have it set at 10 inches of vacuum. And the thing that was really kind of the key to figuring out how this thing worked is actually this Y connector right here. This connection right here goes to the play perforation on the tracker bar, the play hole on the tracker bar, and this one down here goes to the rewind hole on the tracker bar. This is an O-roll configuration. So when the unit goes into rewind, you see that the bellow collapses, and then even though you cover this back up, it stays in rewind until the play perforation comes along. The lock and cancel mechanism, the lock and cancel portion of this device is actually contained in this little pouch, which I'll describe later in the write-up that I do on this device. I'm going to do a write-up on this device. But what I wanted to see, and I haven't actually checked this out myself yet, to be very, very careful, but what I want to find out, this is a spring-loaded valve, and it's spring-loaded to be in the on position all the time. And you notice that if I press on this, it'll close the valve, because it's allowing atmosphere to go down into here, and the atmosphere port of this valve is actually connected to this setting via the channels that are inside of here, and then it goes down and triggers the rewind valve. But it doesn't stay on, it only stays on momentarily, because the lock mechanism hasn't been triggered. When you hit the rewind, now the lock mechanism is triggered, and this has got vacuum in it all the time. So it stays in rewind. Like I say, this will turn it back on again. Put it back in play. This will trigger it momentarily, but it doesn't trigger it permanently. The only way to trigger it permanently is to actually get the rewind perforation to come along and operate it, and then the play perforation to change state. The designer of this ended up changing the design of this at a later point in time, but this was the early version of this lock and cancel assembly. What I wanted to find out though is whether or not this valve, I'm going to actually see if I can, what I want to do, I want to see for myself, and I haven't actually tried this because I wanted to get it on. What I want to find out is if this valve actually ever moves. Right now it's in the play mode, and I'm going to get the rewind perforation, open this up. I can do this without. Notice that the rewind valve didn't operate. Now the rewind valve is in the down position. And certainly it is in the down position. And then when the play perforation comes, go back in frame here. Play perforation comes along. And then it goes back into play and the valve changes state. So, let's see if I can do this. If I can get this any closer. I can't get it any closer and keep it in focus. Come on, machine. Keep focus. Okay, so we're going to rewind. You can't see it because it's only moving. There it goes, you can see it. Stay out of the way. So, even though that turns off, the valve stays on. So now we're going to try it at a higher vacuum level and move it up to 20. Move it up to 20. And we'll check it at a higher vacuum level. And we'll put it back in play. And now it's in play. I'm going to back this back down again so you can see it. Come on. Okay. Now it's back in play. And now it goes into rewind. It stays in rewind, still got vacuum on there. So the play perforation comes along. And now we'll pump it up to 30. And the rewind perforation comes along. And it stays in play until the play perforation comes along. So at all the different vacuum levels, let's put it up to 40. And we're going to rewind. And then I go back into play. And then we'll run it on down to let's run it down to 7 inches. And we're down to 7 inches. And we're going to rewind. And go back into play. And rewind. And back into play. So, let's try it a little bit lower. Go down to 5 inches. And rewind. And play. So, from 5 inches all the way up to 40 inches, the device is operating. What? Now that's interesting. See now when it got down to, it's struggling now. Actually it's only 3. Okay, let me get it back up to 5. Come on. Get to 5. And now it's at 5. Yep. So from 5 all the way up to 40, it works. Get it below 5 inches and it starts to struggle.